So what is up, people? It is back, my web show, Your Source, where I am your independent source for wrestling, NASCAR, and music news. For the first time in 1 month, I have actual pay-per-view results of this past yesterday's WWE Payback. I call it title change night or change night because 3 out of the 4 championships were no, actually 2 of the 4 championships were changed over. I know the yeah. Let's see here. Divas title was changed. The promo. Oh, okay, yeah. 2 of the 4 championships were changed over. So here we go. Let's get started right off the bat. There was some really good news in the middle of the pay-per-view as well, explaining next month Money in the Bank pay-per-view. A really big name is coming back at the Money in the Bank. So I'll announce that in a minute. But as in order as they appeared, we first saw the 3-way Intercontinental Championship match. Curtis Axel versus The Miz versus Wade Barrett. Curtis Axel continues his winning streak by winning the IC title and continuing the legacy of his father, Mr. Perfect Kurt Hennig, and his grandfather, Larry the Axe Hennig. Mr. Perfect had one of the most legendary runs with the IC title, so it would only make sense that his son, Curtis, would continue that legacy. So congratulations to Curtis Axel. And then match number 2 was the Divas title match. This match was pretty good. There was some back and forth action, but you know, some people like this change, some people don't. I personally like it because she's my fantasy diva. But AJ Lee is your new Divas champion. As we all know, this past week on Raw, the Secret Admirer was announced, and Biggie Langston comes out, and we all thought it was Biggie Langston, but it turned out to be a bad hoax. AJ played a bad hoax on Caitlyn to get into her head, and apparently it worked because last night she won the WWE Divas Championship. So Caitlyn is not only brokenhearted, but now she's not a champion. And we all saw Layla come out and try to console her with a bunch of her friends. We saw Natalia, Layla, and I think one of the Dancedactyls or whatever from Brodus Clay's group. But she didn't want to hear it, and Caitlyn walked off. No longer your Divas champion. So, yeah. Then we had a promo for the Wyatt family. I don't know anything about these guys, but apparently a lot of people were saying that they're from the developmental territory down in Florida, but you know, I don't know anything about them. I've just been hearing rumors and stuff, so yeah. Wyatt family, I'll be interested to see if there'll be a match for the Shield, as they lost their first 6-man match tag team. They lost the first tag team match last week on Raw. Daniel Bryan, Kane, and Randy Orton versus the Shield, and Kane and Randy Orton did a really good job of containing the other two Shield members, and Daniel Bryan beat, I think it was I don't know which one he beat, but he beat one of them in the no lock. So yeah, congratulations to him, and for last week. It didn't fare very well at the paper last night, and I'll tell you why in a minute. U.S. title match: Kane versus Dean Ambrose. This is one of the matches that did not change. This is one of the title matches that did not change hands. Dean Ambrose retains his U.S. title, so he is still the U.S. champion. Kane gave a good performance, a little bit weak, but it was a good performance nonetheless. We had, after that, we had match number 5, or segment number 5, Alberto Del Rio versus the World Heavyweight champion Dolph Ziggler. This was a really good match, back and forth, but Alberto Del Rio hit Dolph Ziggler in the head, and as we all know, he just barely got cleared to wrestle the week previous, before this match. So there was a lot of question as to whether it was wise for Dolph Ziggler to fight Alberto Del Rio, but he got his match and he got his way. In the middle of the match, it was going real well, and Alberto Del Rio kicked him in the back of his head off of a disaster kick, off of a side kick, and hit the back of his head, and it just all went downhill from there. He continued to hit him in the back of his head. He fell out the ring, and the match was subsequently won by Alberto Del Rio, but it wasn't for lack of Dolph Ziggler's trying. He tried real hard. He gave the zigzag to Alberto Del Rio, but it subsequently hit him in the back of his head. After the kick to the back of his head, Dolph Ziggler attempted and successfully gave Del Rio his finisher, but with the kick and the landing on the back of the head, it knocked Dolph Ziggler out, and Alberto Del Rio was able to win the championship. So Del Rio, Curtis Axel, and AJ Lee were able to win their respective matches and subsequently become new champions. Now, this is the match I was waiting for. Segment number 6, Y2J versus CM Punk. CM Punk's first match in over 6 months, or it's either 6 months or 6 weeks, but it's 6 something, either 6 months or 6 weeks. Really good match, back and forth. The Walls of Jericho. CM Punk gave a really good performance in the knee lift and all that stuff. Bulldog, all that stuff. It's a really good classic match. Hold on, guys, 1 second. 1 minute, guys. Hold on. I really enjoyed it. It was really good. But CM Punk came out on top. His first match in either 6 months or 6 weeks. His first match, and he won. He triumphantly returned to WWE. So congratulations to CM Punk. Congratulations to Paul Heyman, because both of his clients now. CM Punk won his match against Y2J, and his client Curtis Axel won the IC title. So overall, Paul Heyman as a manager, had a really good night. So congratulations to Paul Heyman. Segment number 7 was the tag titles. Shield versus Randy Orton and Daniel Bryan. And as for last week, Daniel Bryan can really fly around the ring when he wants to. He's really quick. If you've seen any of his Ring of Honor footage, and any of his Ring of Honor matches, you'd understand why. He is named the American Dragon. He's really, really good, man. We've been able to see it for the past couple of weeks, and we were able to see it last night. However, they were not able to gain the tag titles. The Shield retained their tag titles, so the Shield retained all their gold. Dean Ambrose, Seth Rollins, and Roman Reigns all retained their gold. So the Shield came out on top last night. But I guarantee you, when the Wyatt family, if and when the Wyatt family shows up, that'll be a good face-off. 3-on-3. 3 guys from the Wyatt family, 3 guys from the Shield. That'll really, especially with how crazy the Wyatt family's coming off in the promo packages. I'd be really interested to see those 6 face off. And then, of course, segment number 8, and the main event, World WWE title, 3 stages of hell. Ryback wins the first stage, which was the lumberjack stage. Cena wins stage 2 and 3. So Cena, of course, still is your WWE title holder. I just glossed over that. I didn't pay much attention. I heard it, but I didn't pay much attention. And then the blockbuster announcement for the next pay-per-view, Money in the Bank. RVD, Rob Van Dam, is coming back next month for Money in the Bank. That's right, folks. ECW's Rob Van Dam is coming back. We haven't seen him in quite a number of years in WWE. He was in TNA, then he disappeared. He came back, then he disappeared again. Now he's coming back to WWE after quite a number of years. Cannot wait to see him. If at all you're an older fan like me and a couple other guys, you'll understand why I'm so excited for this guy, for Rob Van Dam to come back. He brought highlight reels up the ass, basically. Great matches with Jeff Hardy, Kane, anybody in the business you can name. Y2J. He had really good matches with Y2J. He had a really great match with Rey Mysterio. Anybody in the business you can name, he's done it and seen it all. So I'm really excited for Rob Van Dam next month. I'm really excited for AJ Lee. Congratulations to Paul Heyman once again. Curtis Axel, his clients Curtis Axel and CM Punk win their respective matches. CM Punk comes back victorious after a I don't know if it's either 6-month or 6-week layoff. Congratulations to all the competitors who, it was a shame that we didn't get to see the full Alberto Del Rio and Dolph Ziggler match, because that was turning out to be a real good match. If he hadn't had the concussion, if Dolph Ziggler hadn't had the concussion, I guarantee you that would have been a real good match. You saw a real scary look on AJ's face, a legitimately scary look on AJ's face. So yeah, really, really cool, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. I enjoyed it, especially the CM Punk, Y2J, and the World Heavyweight Championship match. But yeah, that's your review for WWE Payback. Watch 8/7 Central. Raw tonight in a couple hours. It is right now 11:58 a.m. Here in the West Coast. So in a few hours, less than a few hours, we'll be able to see a new episode of Monday Night Raw, and we'll be able to see how the fallout is from last night's pay-per-view. So I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I will come back soon. I don't know when I'll come back, but I'll come back soon with another review and another episode of Your Source. I am your independent source for wrestling, NASCAR, and music news. Thank you for watching. Be blessed, guys. Thanks. Peace.